Droners, be here and welcome to another edition of Dronr News. Let's jump right into it. Drone gaming. Yes, that might not be what you're thinking as in like playing a video game with drones. No. We're talking about Lumi. It is Huawei's drone for gamers. What you need to know is that this is a drone that is meant to be played like a video game. You download an app to a tablet or a smartphone and you control the drone through that. I mean, it has a game that is like Simon, where literally the drone lights up a color and you have to press a corresponding color to keep it in flight. It also dances. This drone literally takes music from your library or whatever music library you have, and you can choreograph moves to it. So like, you have a dancing drone. This isn't something I quite ever imagined when I got into working with drones, but it is pretty interesting just to be able to take the concept of having fun with a drone to the next level. Even on the website, I saw them playing a version of Pong with the drone where like the creators were pushing it back and forth to each other. This drone is not out yet. There's actually an Indiegogo campaign going at the moment, and this drone only costs about $60 on the Indiegogo. Super interesting, crazy gamer drone, Leumi. Up next, the Navy is developing a new drone technology that is swarm drone technology. So what's interesting about these military-based drones is this will be the first time that the swarm technology is being used in almost any form of application. I've seen a few TED Talks and a few different demonstrations, but never a useful application outside of doing pretty lights in a circle that looks really cool. This is actually taking that technology and using it and saying, okay, one of them is a weapons or radar jammer, one of them actually launches missiles at you, and the other one is just doing the video recording to see what's happening. It's just like a bundle of drones that all fly in unison as a swarm and destroy everything in its path. Good job, military. You're getting even better at taking this technology and making it deathly. Moving on the concept of keeping drones nice and safe, developed in the University of Nebraska, this is a fire-starting drone. This isn't exactly what you're thinking. There is a very practical use for this. This is meant for controlled burns. Basically, this thing drops fireballs like a line of fire, and then it can monitor with infrared cameras whatever is going on and the level of the heat, how fast it's burning, and all the things that you really need to know about how a controlled burn is working. Controlled burns are a very difficult thing to do because you're physically on the ground with the burn when you're doing it normally, and that can be dangerous. 11 firefighters died in 2015 from working on controlled burns. This has actually already been FAA approved, and it has gotten approval from NASA as well. So this seems like overall it's a good thing. This is actually a safety drone that drops fire on your head. I can't get over the idea of a drone dropping fire. It's absolutely hilarious to me and terrifying. Next up, we have Zipline. This is a company based out of San Francisco that actually got a grant from UPS for $800K. Yes, this is definitely direct competition, Amazon, UPS. They all want to be able to use drones to be able to do delivery, but they're doing it in a different way. This is actually a fixed-wing drone. So fixed-wing drones have the advantages of being more efficient. They can go much further. Helicopters can drop things and be much more accurate, but a fixed wing can go further and probably carry more weight. The cool thing about Zipline is they decided to test this in the most turbulent place they can, Rwanda. And the reason why they picked Rwanda is because right now there is a huge problem with medical supplies getting to hospitals and shelters. They are getting raided on the roads on the way there, and a lot of the times the things they need aren't getting there, and people are dying needlessly just because there isn't a safe way to deliver the medical supplies. Zipline says we can fix that as well as test our prototypes. They're delivering 150 deliveries a day to 21 different remote locations in Rwanda. So eyes on them. Let's see how they do, because if they can accomplish this, I'm sure they can accomplish much more. And last, but I guess kind of least, is the Robobe. This is a little bit of an interesting application. They're basically creating a bug out of a drone. And the biggest issue with having a really small bug flying drone is the battery supply. We have the technology to be able to make it fly, but the power source is the issue. But the cool thing about this story isn't that we have that. We've had that technology for a while. The cool thing about this is that professors at MIT and Harvard work together to create a ability for this to stick to anything. That kind of solves the problem of, oh, what do you do when this thing can't fly anymore, the battery's getting low? You can literally stick it to anything. It can stick to a leaf, it can stick to a tree, it can stick to a wall. This is like James Bond shit. It's the same kind of thing when you take a balloon and like rub it on your clothes and then you could stick it to your face or stick it to something else. It's electrostatic attraction, and it just sticks to shit. Obviously I understand that very well. If you're lucky enough to have the hair to rub a balloon on, then you'll know, which I don't know, motherfuckers. Applications are pretty much endless, but I can't help but think that this is the wave of the future for the creepers. Droners, thank you again for tuning in. And if you want to see more of the Dronr news, you can go ahead and click right there. Or if you just want to see more drone related videos where we're teaching, showing, and having fun with the drones, you can click right about where. Otherwise, make sure you do what you know is the best and subscribe. And as always, stay fly.